Hey, what's up, everybody? So, got another movie review coming at you tonight, and we will be talking about and reviewing the movie Underwater, brought to you by Fox Studios and starring just a handful of people. Literally, I think only 6 people was really accredited to be in this movie, and I think that's totally accurate because I just don't remember anybody else being in the movie. But notably, Kristen Stewart, Vincent Cassel, T.J. Miller. I'm going to quickly. I had no expectations for this movie because as soon as I saw the trailer, I said, "Oh, this is clearly the movie Life," which was with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds, where they were in space and an alien was in space, and then and Life was just Alien Covenant, but not on land, but in space. And I said, "All right, well, hell, this is just the third movie of Life in the ocean or Alien Covenant in the ocean," where we just knew from the trailer some monsters, a bunch of people making a bunch of tons of bad mistakes, and ultimately the whole crew of people dying. So I had no expectations for this movie. However, I went to see it because Kristen Stewart, if you heard my other reviews, I really didn't give her a fair chance in Charlie's Angels, and she was really enjoyable. So I have been a little bit more open-hearted about her acting skills, and a lot of my friends have been saying that she's good and I need to give her a chance. That's what I'm doing. So Kristen Stewart actually put me in this movie. And yeah, you know what? Speaking of Kristen Stewart, there's a lot of like Kristen Stewart like body in this movie. Like a lot of emphasis on her body, and particularly her butt in certain spots too. And that must be by design because it just was just a lot. And even at moments where you didn't feel like you had to have it, but they did. But not complaining. She's fine. She's a very attractive woman. With that being said, her haircut is badass, but she still got the short buzz cut that she had from Charlie's Angel. Totally digging that. But nonetheless, her performance in this movie was okay. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy that. So that's one of my positives. But I will say that this movie started off immediately like to be honest, the beginning reel is putting a lot of clues about what potentially may be happening. It's going too fast. I can't even read it, so I have no clue what it was trying to portray. But I know it was trying to like put in little index clues about what this was going to be. But whatever. But as soon as that was done, the action started right away. Like the drama was just right away. It literally was just like that. And the opening shot and sequence was totally good. Matter of fact, the action, the special effects, the really climatic score was great. I definitely liked it. It had a lot of the action sequences that felt really slow motion, like the Matrix and like you saw like the slowed up raindrops and everything, and the slow motion little zooming noise. Like it was dope. I definitely dug the action and the effects with it really good. But considering that this movie was, about being underwater and some type of disaster or something happened with the place where they were staying at their camp or whatever you want to call it, it did trigger a lot of claustrophobia at the time, which was kind of weird because even being claustrophobic, or it triggering that, I never really got the sense of like, I think somebody may drown. You would think that would probably be outside of like this monster that's looming around. Like somebody potentially drowning, running out of air is usually an element that they usually try to trigger. But that really wasn't it. There was a rendition of the SpongeBob theme in this movie. Pay attention because you do plan on seeing that. And this really comes out of nowhere. It's kind of like, okay, what? It kind of was a little bit out of place too at the moment. I can't stress enough. T.J. Miller was just absolutely amazing. He was literally like the Ryan Reynolds of this movie, of Life. The Ryan Reynolds of Life was T.J. Miller in Underwater. Absolutely enjoyable. And I literally was in the moment. I was like, dude, if they kill this dude off like early, it would just be like a tragedy because like he was literally the most enjoyable person throughout this movie, period. But the movie was short. It's like only an hour and 30 minutes. By the way, it comes out in 2 days. It comes out January 10th. But the movie was like straight to the point. Action, over. The deaths in this movie, like the imploding that happened, like, the wild face emoji, like, yeah, because that absolutely was a thing. But anyway, while I did enjoy the first hour of this movie, I knew at some point my suspicions were going to come true, and sure enough, they did. Because about at the hour mark is when a lot of the nonsense, dumb mistakes started applying, and it just made it a little wonky at times. I was expecting it. Sure enough, it did. But even at some points, I was like, "Yo, what is the end game of this movie?" I just didn't get it. Like, to be very, 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 very honest, the trailer makes you intrigued. You kind of think you know what's going to happen in this movie, or you have a suspicion of what could potentially happen. But I literally have never really went to a movie, went into the trailer being a little bit optimistic about what's this going to be about. Obviously, you see the movie to find out what's going to be about, but then you see the movie and you're left with more questions than answers. Like, I literally do not know the who, what, when, where, and why of this movie. Like, that's the bad. I just don't know what's happening. I didn't get it. Like, the monster, what? But like I said, for the good, the visuals, the score, TJ, like I said, the visuals are sort of like the Matrix, like very, very cool and legit, very crisp. The score I thought played really good to it. And like I said, TJ Miller was absolutely phenomenal in this movie. I really enjoyed it. But I got to be honest too, I kind of struggled through this movie. I did pay attention, but I kind of struggled. But like, I just FYI, this is a spoiler, so I'm gonna give it a 5-second break because this is a spoiler real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So spoiler, right? One of the people that survived in this movie, he slept like half the movie. Literally, my internal feeling. I feel like I was asleep at least for half of this movie. And much like him, I survived the movie by just having that feeling because he was asleep and he survived. Like, it just makes no sense. And it's kind of crazy too because like most of these movies, it kind of all pans out as like disaster, disaster, disaster. Everyone died. The main character lives. And I'm pretty sure that was what was going to happen to this movie until like there was a little bit of shift in that. So not quite exact. So I'm not going to say like super predictable, but like enough predictable with a little bit of tweaking. But I usually like disaster movies and stuff like this. So I was still optimistic on that point that there could be some upside to it. But I have to say that this movie for me was just meh. Like, just meh. But Netflix would have been great. I think, matter of fact, the visuals on a 4K TV probably would have just been out the gym because it held really solid on a regular movie theater. So, we'll see. But, you guys can check it out. It comes out on the 10th. It is what it is. I don't have big expectations for it. I didn't have big expectations for it. I don't think you should. But if you are a fan, especially TJ Miller, like I think him alone can get you through this movie. But yeah, other than that, I just don't know. But I will say this one last thing before I end this review off. There's this little theory going around that this movie potentially may be connected to Cloverfield. I don't see it. But I'm curious to see what more you guys think about that. So after you see it, if you think that this potentially may be some setup into the Cloverfield universe, let me know. But nonetheless, if you see it, holler at me in the comments. Thank you for checking out this review. We'll catch you for another review soon. Peace out.